Hello all, welcome to another session in this course. As part of this session, I'm going to cover the next topic, that is arrays. Though I have not completed explaining all the details about objects, but I'm just trying to organize my contents of this particular course, or I would like to explain this particular JavaScript in such a way that should feel that this course is very easy for you, okay, to understand. So, though I'm not covering topic by topic, you see, I didn't complete the entire objects related explanation. I have not completed it. Whatever I said is only partial part of the objects. Now I'm jumping to arrays. Again, maybe later I'll be jumping to objects again. So it depends on, how I want to explain and what I want to express. It all my way of explaining the stuff for you guys to make the things easy for you to understand. Okay, it's my from my side, it is an effort for making this course as easy as possible. So don't think that I have not explained some details from the objects concepts or something. They will be covered at a right point of time. Okay. So for now, I feel we need to understand about arrays. Okay. At this right point of the course, we need to understand the right topic, that is arrays. Okay. So let's get started with the arrays. So with that note, let's begin with arrays. Again saying, I'm not going to cover arrays also in depth in this course. Whatever I want to cover, I will cover. Okay. So to make the things easy for you, I will be partially covering about arrays in this session. Okay. So let's begin with that expectation and note. So what exactly are arrays? So what exactly are arrays? Let me write down here. What exactly are arrays? Okay, using arrays in JavaScript language, okay, using arrays in JavaScript language, we can store multiple values into a single variable. Simple, okay, simple and straightforward, guys. If you want to store multiple values into a single variable, okay, if you want to store multiple values or elements into a single variable, then we have to use arrays. Okay, if you want to store multiple values, generally if I want to store multiple values, I have to write like this: let a is equal to 5, let b is equal to 10, let c is equal to 15, let d is equal to 20. Okay, generally in JavaScript, if I have to store multiple values into the variables, I have to create multiple variables, guys, and store them like this. Okay, e is equal to 30, let g is equal to 35, h is equal to 40, and so on. Okay, so for storing multiple values, I have to create multiple variables generally without arrays. Okay, without arrays, the situation will be like this. What if with the help of arrays, what I can do? I don't have to create so many number of variables. Using a single variable, I can store all these variables, multiple values or elements into a single variable with the help of arrays. Okay. The same example, if I use arrays, I'll be using like this. Okay. Let arr, I'm just giving some variable name, or you can even give a also, that's also fine. Let a is equal to, here start the square bracket. Okay. Arrays need to be represented with square brackets. Okay. So in JavaScript, we create the arrays with the square brackets. Inside the square bracket, we have to write 5 comma 10 comma 15 comma 20 comma 25 comma 30 comma 35 comma 40. So multiple values or elements I am storing into a single variable, that is nothing but arrays. Okay, variable. So this is how we need to create arrays in JavaScript. If you want to create variables, you have to create like this. If you want to create array, you have to create like this. The list of values or list of elements that you want to store into the variable, which need to be considered as array, should be, this list of elements should be surrounded by square brackets. Okay. Then a will become an array. Simple words. Okay. It's no more a variable. It's an array. Fine. Next. What's next? The next thing here about the arrays here is, there is a concept known as indexing concept. Okay. There is a concept known as indexing. concept. What is indexing? The first element that is stored into this array will be stored at the index 0. Okay? First element will be stored at the index 0. And the last element which will be stored into the array will be stored at the size of the array minus 1 is the last index of this array element. Okay, the last element of this array will be at the index size minus 1. That is, size is how much? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Total 8 elements are there. 8 is the size. 8 minus 1 is nothing but 7. So in this example, 7 is the last index and 0 is the first index. 0, first element at the index 0, second element at the index 1, third element at the index 2, fourth element at the index 3, fifth element at the index 4, and sixth element at the index 5, seventh element at the index 6, eighth element at the index 7. 0 to 7. Index will start from 0. Fine, clear, right? So, yeah, this is what is the thing, guys. Oh, if I want to access the elements of this array, I have to access like this, okay? A square bracket 0. If I say A square bracket 0, 5 will be accessed. If I say A square bracket 1, 10 will be accessible. If I give A square bracket 2, 15 will be accessible. A square bracket 3. Here, 0 is the index. A array at the index 0 is 5 value. Okay. The value or element which is stored at the index 0 of this array is 5. Okay. Index 1 is 10. Index 2 is 15. 3 is 20. A of 4, 25. A of 5, 30. This 30. A of 6, 35. A of 7, last element, that is 40. Okay. I can access the array elements like this. I can access the array elements like this, guys. Okay. So let me explain practically how to create this, how to store multiple values or elements into an array with this syntax. Okay. Practically, let me demonstrate and how to access all the elements of the array with these indexes and all. Let me cover in this session, and remaining part I'll be covering in the next sessions, guys. For now, in this session, I'll be covering only this part. Okay. The more details about the arrays I'll be covering in the upcoming sessions anyhow. So with that note, let me just, create a new file. I'll say array demo.js. So here, let me create an array. Let a is equal to the same example. I'll take 5 comma 10 comma 15 comma 5 comma 10 comma 15 comma 20 comma 25 comma 30 comma 35 comma 40. Okay. Total 8 elements are there. Okay. Total 8 elements are there. Let A is equal to 5 comma 10 comma 15 comma 20 comma 25 30 35 40. So I have stored multiple elements in a single variable with the help of this. This is nothing but an array, guys. In JavaScript, this is what is an array. A collection of values can be stored into a single variable is called as an array. Now, if I want to access this array elements, I have to access like this. Okay. A of A square bracket 0. This will access the 5. 5 will be printed. Console.log A of 1. It will access this index 1. That is 10. Console.log A of 2. 15 will be console.log A of 3. 20. Console.log A of 4. 25. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 25. A of 5. 30. Console.log A of 6. A of 6. 35. Console.log A of 7. 40. Okay. Let me run this code to see whether it is happening as if or not. And here I'll just write down node array hyphen demo.js. If I run this, you see all the elements of the array 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 got printed with these print statements. This is the way to access the different elements of the array. Okay, fine. Now, so this is one way. Is it possible for me to print this array as it is? Let's see. If I try to print this array name, what will happen? Let's see. Okay, clear. Let me print what is happening is the array is getting printed like this. You see, when I print this array, the array is getting printed square bracket, ending square bracket, and all the elements in the array got printed like this. But if you want to access and print the individual elements, you have to access with the help of index. If you want to print the entire array, you can print the variable, it will print. You can print the array variable, it will print the entire array here like this. Okay. So with these guys, have explained about what exactly are arrays and how to access the elements of the array and the indexing concept in the array. Okay, the indexing concept we have in the array, I have covered in this particular session, but there are many other details I need to cover about the arrays, which I'm going to cover in the next sessions. Okay, so that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.